Adri. Thank you all for having me this morning. What a beautiful, wonderful day. It is a great day to be here. It is a great day to be Hispanic. And it is a great day to all be together. Yeah, this is a full circle moment for me. As Sadi mentioned and the mayor mentioned, I'm a 34-year City of Tampa employee, and this committee has been in existence for 35 years. So shortly after I joined the City of Tampa, I joined this committee proudly. And I went on to really appreciate my culture and my roots every year when we would come here and celebrate who we are as a people, who we are as a culture, and all that we contribute to Tampa. And if I'm being honest with you, a lot of that I probably took for granted until we started coming to the celebrations and until we all started focusing on the Hispanic culture. And that's the case with all of our ethnic groups here in Tampa. I'll tell you that Mayor Friedman, when she started this committee, and Margarita Gonzalez, I saw her here today, and Fernando Noriega, way back in the day. You know, today we talk a lot about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that's kind of the buzzword. But back 35 years ago, that Tampa recognized we need to celebrate this. This is something great that we have here, and this is something we can't take for granted. Kudos to them, because that was a long time ago, and a lot has happened in those 35 years. The theme of today's celebration is community service. And as you heard before, this committee has been serving this community not only through this educational event that we have every year, but through scholarships. And let me tell you, those scholarships are given to this day, and I'm going to give you a little bit of history of those scholarships. Those scholarships were created when I was chair of that, and I had an unbelievable committee, We started the first scholarship in memory of one of our original committee members, Furman Danny Rodriguez, who died unexpectedly. He was in his late 50s, and we wanted to remember him forever. And we established a scholarship at USF, and we wanted to do so in perpetuity, meaning it would be given every year. And that meant $20,000 we had to raise. And we're city employees, you know, that's a lot to raise. And then a few years later, you know, we were some fundraising fools, I can tell you. We had all kind of fundraisers going on towards that $20,000. And Tampa police officer Lois Marrero lost her life in the line of duty protecting this city. She was Puerto Rican, una boricua. And we said, we're gonna have to establish another scholarship. We have to make sure Lois's memory continues. That was another $20,000. That meant $40,000. But let me tell you, we are Hispanic, we are dedicated, we are driven, and when we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. And as you heard, those scholarships continue. And if I could ask that the members of that committee at this time, and some have gone on to retire, and they're back here today, if you could please stand and just be recognized, please. Thank you. We were a great team, and we've made a difference, and that's what it's all about, making a difference. When I was asked to speak today, I said, you know, what do I really want to talk about? There was 3 things I wanted to leave you with, and it was what I love about being Hispanic, why we're here today, and what message I wanted you to take with you. And what I love about being Hispanic, I even asked my daughters, I asked my husband, I asked some others, what do you love about being Hispanic? We love our close, large, supportive families. We are tight. There's no such thing to us as second and third cousins. A cousin is a cousin. And I'm here to tell you, and I can laugh right now, Cindy said, Adri, would you like for me to reserve a few seats for anyone? I said, yes, I need 20. And that's my family right here. And they're here supporting me, and my friends. And we love our food, our wonderful food, our music, our traditions we pass down from generation to generation. And some of those traditions, I started thinking, hard to believe, the holidays are right around the corner. Christmas. To us, our big day isn't Christmas Day, it's Noche Buena, Christmas Eve. And Noche Buena, we have our pork, our black beans, our rice, our yuca. It's a big deal. and some have our coquito, right? Gotta have your coquito. But that's a big day for us, and all the family comes together. We also have our tradition, New Year's Eve. Midnight, after we give out all our kisses, wishing everyone Happy New Year, we eat our 12 grapes. You have got to have your 12 grapes, one for every month of the coming year. That's good luck. You have to do it, and you just don't test it. You have your grapes. And there was a meme, during 2020. 2020 was a hot mess. 2020 was a hot mess, and if you want to learn something in Spanish language, how do you say hot mess in Spanish? Un arroz con mango. Fue a rice and mango big time, right? Un arroz con mango. We had COVID, we had the shutdowns, we had the civil unrest. And I remember looking on social media and seeing a meme. It was hysterical. It said, "Alguien no se comió las uvas." Somebody did not eat their grapes. That was the only way to explain what was happening that year, right? It was awful. Fauci, Dr. Fauci was not Hispanic. And you know how I knew that? Let me tell you, that very first briefing, y'all remember watching the briefings daily, COVID briefings, right? If Dr. Fauci was Hispanic, he would have busted out a jar of Viva Porru, Vicks Sabe, right? He would have said, embárrate con esto que enseguida se te quita. We would rub yourself with Vicks. It's going to go away in a minute. All Hispanics, that's what we do. I see Woodrow laughing and Vicks Sabe. No, we know it. If you're Hispanic, you know who Fulana and Mengana are, and I'll leave it right there. Why are we celebrating today? It's because who we are. It's Tampa's roots, and we owe it to our families that brought us here. We owe it to continue the traditions, to continue showing everyone who we are and our value to this community and all that we contribute. My family, on my mom's side, we came from Spain and Cuba. On my dad's side, I'm 100% Sicilian. But all of them came here chasing the cigar industry. And it wasn't until I started preparing the speech that I kind of really gave it some thought. When they came here at the turn of the 20th century, there weren't the social service programs we have today. I wonder where they slept. I wonder where they ate, if they ate. I don't know that. We don't know that. But here's what I know. I know they own their own homes, one in Ybor City, one in West Tampa. I know they raised 6 children, both of them, six children, amazing children that went on to pass the language. Yo todavía hablo español, tercera generación, yo te hablo español. And we passed on our traditions. And I owe it to them because they sacrificed a lot to come here, to not forget my roots, to not forget who I am, and to continue celebrating. I can tell you today, Hispanics are represented everywhere. We're doctors, we're lawyers, we are tax collectors, and there's my friend Nancy Milan who shares a story like mine. We worked full-time. We went to school, college, full-time. We were wives, we were mothers, full-time, and we did it. And it wasn't an easy journey for us, but we did it. And we did it because we believed in ourselves. We wanted to get ahead. I will tell you, 34 years, I did walk into some meetings, and I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I walked in as a young Hispanic female. I was young at one time. And many times when I walked into that room, they thought I was the note taker. You're here to take notes, right? And I knew in that moment, while I could have been, I was capable of taking notes, but that moment, I wasn't there for that reason. I was part of the mindset change and the shift, cultural change. So I said, no, here's a note that's going to be taken today. I'm intelligent, I'm contributing to this meeting, and you're going to remember my name. And that is my message to Villa. I was a student at Villa. My daughters went to Villa. Go Eagles! Go Eagles! That is my message to every student and to everyone in this room. Dream big, work hard, remember your roots, be who you are always. Make your presence known and your absence felt. Que siga celebrando nuestra herencia hispana. Que Dios me lo bendiga.